There is an organization about World Animal Day at Woodcliff Secondary School. The students are lucky because they join a school trip on this special day. The bus arrives in front of the school at 9:30. All the kids are excited. They want to learn more information about different animals. Miss Amy says to the kids, "Are you ready? Let's get on the bus, please." First, all the kids sit in their seats. After that, Miss Amy gives some information about the zoo and the school trip. Then, she talks about the animal shelter in the zoo. She also says that they also go to the animal shelter during the school trip. Next, all of them fasten their seat belts and the school trip starts at 10 o'clock. On the way, all the kids sing songs together. The school bus stops in front of the zoo. All the kids get off the bus. Then Jason says, "Oh, my camera is on the school bus." Zoe looks at him and Miss Amy says, "No problem, go to the school bus and get it. We are waiting for you, Jason." Jason runs and gets the camera quickly. Jason says, "Okay, I'm here." It's difficult to see all the animals with 20 students, so Miss Amy divides the students into pairs. Zoe and Jason are together. They look at all the animals and learn different information about them. After that, they visit the animal shelter in the zoo. Zoe loves animals very much, and she says to Jason, "I love animals very much. I want to adopt a puppy. Can I adopt a puppy? What do you think about it?" "I don't know. Let's ask Miss Amy." They ask Miss Amy how they can adopt a puppy. Miss Amy says to them, "Of course you can, but first you should ask your parents." Zoe feels upset and says to Jason, "My parents never let me adopt an animal from the animal shelter." "It's not a problem. Maybe my mom can call my aunt. If she doesn't want a puppy, my mom can adopt it. It can be a good friend for Olin. You can come and love it every time." "Thanks, Jason. You're my best cause." Zoe feels happy and hugs Jason. There are a lot of animals, such as horses, rabbits, parrots, and dogs. They are eating and walking around the animal shelter. Zoe and Jason see a lake. Ducks are swimming in it. Storks are drinking water next to the lake. There is a squirrel on the tree. It's trying to climb up the top of the tree. Zoe says to Jason, "What a fast animal! I can't believe in my eyes." Jason smiles at Zoe and says, "You're right. Squirrels are amazing animals. They can jump high and turn their ankles 180 degrees. Really? They can also learn by quickly imitating other animals. It's really funny." Jason and Zoe see Miss Amy in front of the animal shelter. She talks to a man. She sees Jason and Zoe and says to them, "Come here, kids. This is Fred Pursley, the vet of the animal shelter. He examines sick animals." Jason and Zoe say, "Nice to meet you, Mr. Fred." Mr. Fred says, "Welcome, kids. Come on, let's visit the barns of horses." There are a lot of sick animals, but they are lucky because Mr. Fred examines them every day. Zoe, Jason, and Miss Amy follow the vet. At first, they see healthy horses, but then Mr. Fred takes them to another barn. There is a sick horse. Zoe says to Mr. Fred, "What's the problem with him?" "He has a broken leg." "Oh, I hope he gets well soon." "She needs 2 weeks to get well." Jason says to the vet, "I'm sorry for him, Mr. Fred." "Don't worry, he will get well in 2 weeks." Zoe asks a question again. "Mr. Fred, who cleans the barns?" "There are a lot of volunteers to help us. If you wish, you can also come and help us. but your parents must allow it. Near the barns, there's a pot for puppies. Zoe says, "Oh, they are cute. What are they doing there?" Mr. Fred says, "Look, their mother is feeding them." Jason says, "Don't disturb them. Let's come here again later." Okay, let's go to the lake. Their classmates are by the lake. There are a lot of fish and ducks. They are swimming in the lake. They can see 2 storks. Mr. Fred comes and tries to catch one of the storks. In a few minutes, he catches it. Mike asks Mr. Fred, "Why do you try to catch it?" "Because it needs my help." "What's the problem with it?" "I think there is a problem with its wing. It can't fly." Tommy says, "Oh, I'm sad now." Mr. Fred calmly says, "Don't worry, it will be well soon." After that, Jason and Zoe look at the cats. Zoe says to Jason, "Look, the cats are playing together." Jason takes photos of the cats and says, "It's exciting to be here. I agree with you. This school trip is the best." There is a man and he is sweeping the animal shelter. Zoe asks this man, "Hello, sir. Can I ask a question?" "Of course." "Are you a volunteer to work here?" "No, I'm working here. Every day I come here early, clean the barns, and sweep the floors." "Is it a difficult job?" "No, I love being with all these animals. I love all of them." Zoe and Jason look at different animals. Miss Amy and their friends look at the chickens and roosters. Miss Amy says aloud, "Unfortunately, it's time to leave here. Come on, kids, we need to come back to the school." All the kids think what a wonderful day they have. Mr. Fred is waiting for them in front of the door. Zoe asks him 2 questions. "Mr. Fred, can I ask 2 questions? The first one, is there a cow here? The second one, can I adopt an animal from the animal shelter?" "No, there isn't a cow." "Which animal do you want to adopt?" "A puppy." "Sure. Come again with your mom and dad next week." "I will talk to my parents, thank you." Sally also has a question. "Can I donate some money to the shelter, Mr. Fred?" "Of course you can. There is a box for it next to the information desk. If you donate some money, we can buy more food for them." Jason takes the camera out of its bag. They are ready for the photo under the tree with the birds and puppies. Zoe feels anxious and a little bit unhappy because she thinks her mom doesn't want to adopt a puppy. What do you think about it?